Listen, Nvidia is about to explode to the upside, and I don't want you to miss out, okay? I just doubled down on my position, and I'm gonna talk about exactly where I believe Nvidia is going to go, how quickly it's gonna get there, and exactly my time frame on this particular stock. So if you haven't subscribed already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the like button. We're just gonna jump right into it. I wanna show you exactly what's going on with Nvidia, because I do see some comments, I do see some people that are absolutely petrified, but you have to be in the game to win big. So this is exactly why I'm doubling down. Now, we've already heard from Jensen Huang, the CEO of Nvidia, that the Blackwell AI chips are absolutely insane as far as the demand, okay? You can see right here, demand for companies' Blackwell chips is insane. That's literally what he said. Now, he's set to speak at CES, okay, January 7th through the 10th of 2025. Now, I do believe that is when we will see Nvidia start to go up, okay? I know we've had this lull period, this phase of just Nvidia lagging while every other stock does good, and that's typical. That's sector rotation, right? People are rotating out of Nvidia into Tesla, Amazon, Google has been amazing, Apple's been amazing, but eventually those people are gonna rotate back into the AI stocks that have been very beat up, like Nvidia, okay? And I believe January 7th will be that point, so you do have some time to get into this. Now, by the time you're seeing this, it's Christmas. So Merry Christmas, and I hope you're having a wonderful time with your family, but I'm gonna show you how to make riches so that your family is gonna be even happier with you, okay? This is what I'm doing for my family. Now, let's talk about Nvidia, okay? Nvidia trading at 130 today. It's Thursday of the previous week, okay? I'm gonna talk about price ranges because I have gotten some feedback from you guys. Hey, your videos are a few days late or a week late. We're gonna talk about price ranges. This is going to be, I'm gonna tell you where I wouldn't be buying and where I would definitely be doubling down. Now today I doubled down and I'll show you my exact position. But Nvidia is, we're up 165% year to date, okay? If we close out the year at that, wonderful. 2025, hopefully we can bag another over 100%, and I think that's very, very possible. Now we are trading at a 50 PE ratio. This is such a good PE ratio. I mean, like if you look at previous PE ratios, back in 2022, they were trading at 116, okay? Not that long ago. 2023, 51. So we're roughly around the same, which is great. That means their earnings are continuously keeping up with the pace of the stock. Now, if we look at their competitor, which is AMD, I know this stock has been very beat up. They're down almost 50%, and year to date, they're at negative 17%. Very, very bad, okay? But there's a reason for that. If we go over to Nvidia and we go to their margins, okay, their quarterly financials, their net margin is 55%. So they're making 55% profit, net profit, okay? That's huge. Those margins are absolutely insane. Now, when we go to their competitor, which I do see a lot of people uploading videos on buying AMD, that kind of stuff, and that's fine if you believe in AMD, but just take a look at the financials, okay? If we go to the quarterly, the net margin on AMD is 11%, okay? There's no comparison. Nvidia is number one, and they will be attracting sector rotation, people back into the stock. Now, what we have to look at is the overall market. Let's start there, okay? We had a huge pullback on QQQ this week, all right? Now, obviously the week you're watching this, it's the previous week, all right? You saw this huge pullback on QQQ. It was absolutely amazing. It definitely caught people off guard. Now, this pullback alone was, good, almost 5%, right? In a day. It was pretty crazy. Now, the VIX spiked, okay? The VIX spiked huge, went up to 27, 28 actually. And this is the fear gauge. I always look at the fear gauge when trading options on stocks, okay? I expected us to go a lot lower on the VIX with no fear for a lot longer, kind of like how we did back in April all the way through July. All right, but that didn't happen. So now we have to reset this green box. I'll basically be moving this green box this way. All right, but this is good. This is good. This is a reset for the market. All right. Now, when this happened, okay, this huge VIX spike and the QQQ dump, Nvidia barely moved, okay? It just kind of stayed in the same range, right? It stayed in the same range. So it really didn't dump. If we look back at QQQ right here, all right, let's move this box to here back in August. When QQQ dumped in August, all the way there, okay, 15%, we saw Nvidia dump even harder. Look how hard Nvidia dumped, okay? Right, 36% from the highs. Huge, right? This move was nothing. Nvidia actually stayed strong, and today, on the rebound, it was one of the stronger stocks. It was up like 2%, okay? So that's what I'm paying attention to on Nvidia. I'm paying attention to certain levels. Now, by the time you're watching this, we could be trading anywhere from 130 all the way up to 140 or 141 really is this level right here. So somewhere in this range, which is great. That's a good buy zone. Somewhere in this range is a good buy zone, okay? Now, anything below 130 is going to be an extreme buy zone because on the RSI, we are already oversold, okay? We're literally approaching this 30 line, which is oversold, which we never approach. Even on this huge downturn back on August 5th, okay, we didn't even touch that 30 line on the RSI, okay? But we're roughly around the same area as back in August on the RSI, okay? So we are oversold in relevance to Nvidia. So this is where you don't want to be scared and you want to start buying, okay? This is where you want to start setting up your positions. Now, obviously, this is not financial advice. You got to do whatever's comfortable with your risk tolerance. And I'm just going to show you what I've done, okay, and what I'm currently doing. But right now I'm buying. Today was a good entry for me. Entered a new position on Nvidia and doubled down, okay? And I'm going to get assigned on a lot of stock very soon here. Hopefully, I'm hoping to get assigned so that I could ride this stock up. Now, my prediction is by the next earnings on February 26, 2025, Nvidia will be trading close to 180. We will be somewhere between 175, or let's just say 170 to 180. I believe we will have a huge run up into earnings, kind of like how we did the past couple earnings. And then earnings will be typical. They had good earnings, and everyone will just kind of go about their merry way into other stocks, okay? But we will see this run up, and you don't want to miss out because this will happen. I believe it will start January 7th once Jensen Huang speaks at CES. He talks about the new technology. He talks about the new demand for AI and all these different avenues that NVIDIA is exploring, okay? So this is a huge up move. This is going to be a 30 to 40% move up, and you don't want to miss out on that because that's going to be a majority of the move for 2025. Yes, we could go up another 60%, which we probably will, but it'll take some time. I think this move is going to be the big one for the new year. Now, what am I doing on the stock? Okay, everything's set up perfect. We are at a discount. Let me show you how much of a discount we are currently at, okay? From all-time highs to today, which we're trading at 130, so let's just do that. We're down about, let's just round up to 15%, okay? 15%. That's a huge discount on NVIDIA right now, considering we will probably go up 40, okay? So here's what I did on NVIDIA. We're gonna go into NVIDIA. As you can see, this is my full position, all right? Portfolio has taken a little hit. We were trading at like 695K just the day before that dump, and now we're at 677, but that's what happens. That is market volatility. And my position on NVIDIA is huge, right? If we go back to the positions, we could see my position is 103K plus 26 plus 26, so that's another 50, right? So 150 there. And then I just added a new position, which I'll talk about. So we have about 175K into NVIDIA. And yes, this is an abnormal positioning for me. This makes up a larger part of my portfolio, and I'm not as well diversified, but that's okay. It's because I do want to participate on this upside move, and I do see it coming. Now, could I be wrong? Obviously, yes, but I have strong conviction that I will be right on this, considering that Nvidia's beat up. They're one of the most profitable companies in the stock market. Their PE ratio is trading at near all-time lows, okay? Everything's kind of lining up for the new year. So I have about 400 shares. I'm controlling roughly around 1,800 shares. If I get assigned on these tomorrow, you know, there's 300 shares. Next week, if I get assigned on those at 138, there's another 200 shares, right? And then I believe, oh yes, there's another one next week, 300 shares right there. And then one mid-January, I probably won't get assigned on these, but that's 100 there, okay? So my new position is I bought leaps. I bought 5 121 strike call options that expire in 365 days, okay? I'm giving myself enough time to be right. If this move doesn't happen in January and maybe it happens after earnings in February, that's why I wanted to go out in time, all right? So here's what I would do. This is what I would do. If you want to be the most capital efficient, because I didn't have any more capital to trade with. I have 100K here, 104K, but 100 of that is margin, and I don't want to dip into margin, okay? I don't feel comfortable trading margin. It's bit me in the butt in the past. So I didn't have any capital. I had like 17 grand left, and look, I purchased this for 17,500. So this is what I would do if I wanted to be capital efficient. Also for small accounts, if you want to control 100 shares, I would go out to this December 19th, 2025, 365 days out, all right? And I went to the 121 strike. Now, this was a 70 delta at the time. So it's a 69 delta. That's okay. It's my favorite number. 70 delta, not bad. I purchased these call options, 5 of them, okay? And basically, they're moving 0.7 to 1. So if Nvidia goes up $1, these will go up 70 cents, all right? And then eventually, as they become more in the money, right, they will go up more 1 for 1. Like, as you can see, as you get deeper in the money, 0.8 delta, that's 80 cents to the dollar, right? So I could check the delta right here. So I bought 5 of these leap options, and it's basically like me controlling 345 shares, okay? 345 shares. So that's fine. That's the best move. That is gonna be the best move. The reason I think this is the best move is because you're giving yourself enough time to be right, 365 days. You're capital efficient. You're spending $3,300 to control 100 shares versus 13,000, right? So you're controlling that many shares for a quarter of the cost, right? 25% of the cost, literally. And you get to participate on this upside move. Now, the cons with purchasing a leap is obviously you're buying an option and you could lose this whole premium that you paid, right? If the stock doesn't go up. But you're giving yourself enough time to be right. And if you think the stock market's going to go up in the next 365 days, Nvidia is going to participate in that. It is one of the largest, if not the largest stock. I don't know if it's still number 1. Market cap 3.2 trillion. So it's going to be fine, right? So that is the best position to take. All right, if you want to participate 1 for 1 for this huge up move. Now, if you want to be safe, okay, if you want to be safer, this is for larger accounts and small accounts. You can go 40, let's just say 43 days out, all right? Give yourself some time. And you could sell the, let's see, you can get all the way down to the same strike. You could sell the 120 put, all right, and collect $4.60, 460 bucks. And you're putting up $12,000 worth of capital to sell this option in collateral, right? But if you're very scared on Nvidia going down, you won't get assigned unless Nvidia is trading below 120 in 43 days. Now, 120 is all the way down here, so that's a good support level. I don't think we're going to be trading down to 120, which is actually right here, all right? So yeah, that is a safer trade if you want to do that. And as you can see, I have a lot of cash secured puts, but mine are just higher up because I sold them when Nvidia was trading in the mid 140s, right? I have the 135s, 138s, 136, 131s, all right? So that's going to be the safe play. Now, if you have a small account, you still want to participate, but you want to be super safe, then what you could do is come down here to the 25 delta, the 118 strike. You can sell this put, and then you're going to buy the 113, okay? You're going to buy the 113. So you're going to create that spread. Let's review how that looks. You're going to make $117 and you're risking 500. So you're making like a 20% return on your money with this particular trade. And it has a, you know, your probability of profit is like 80%. It's like a 75 to 80% probability of profit. So your probabilities are huge. Now, probability of 50% of profit is probably close to 90 to 95%. All right, so this is a pretty safe trade. If I had a small account, this is what I would do. The 118, buy the 118, sell the 113s to make a spread, a vertical, and collect your 117 bucks, okay? So that's gonna be my small account trade. All right, so this is exactly what I'm doing with Nvidia. You can comment below with any questions, but this is one of my highest conviction plays right now, and I do believe this stock will be trading again between 170 and 180 by February 26th. So I'll see you in the next video. Have a Merry Christmas and take care.